the Wall Wrecker. It's amazing. It's incredible. If you're not using it at Town Hall 10 and 11, then you should be. We're going to show you attacks today utilizing the amazing siege machine to get the 3 stars. You're going to enjoy it, guys. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Remember, we do have the Silver Pecker statue giveaway at the end of the month for 1 lucky subscriber. And I wanted to give a quick shout out to my good friend Klaus Gaming. He has a 75,000 gem giveaway over on his channel. Many prizes already given out. Link will be in the description, but head on over there and let him know that Judo Sloth sent you. So here we go, getting straight into this Town Hall 11 attack using the Wall Wrecker as part of the kill squad. You're going to see that very commonly, guys. You actually can tank for a lot of troops coming into the base, especially those high level heroes, ransom bowlers or Valkyries inside that Wall Wrecker. Definitely recommended. And just look at the carving of defenses that have been taken out of this base. It's incredible. We've got right the way to the center of the base. It is down. Now it's a case of sending Hog Riders around the outside of the base. You saw this strategy yesterday on my channel, the Hog Wrecker attack strategy. It is tearing apart bases because you have such a brilliant kill squad to come in with that Wall Wrecker, take out a section of the base, take out the enemy CC, the enemy queen, and because it busts through walls, you tend to be able to save on spell slots as well, meaning that you can indeed pop the heal spells more sparingly onto the Hog Riders. And also, you did see using the siege machine, for example, on the back end, it could have been used here on the back end defenses to tank all of them defenses as the Hog Riders were coming through. Remember, there's 2 ways to think about it. Either you can take out more of the base initially so that you're taking a bit of pressure off the Hog Riders, or if equally you're giving the Hog Riders a bigger job to do, you might then use that siege machine on the back end in order to help them out. But there you go, guys. Town Hall 11 smashing out the 3 stars. We're going to show you more attacks of this as well. All of these by Red Elite. We are still recruiting, guys. Town Halls 9 and 10. You have to have near maxed heroes and you have to join our Discord in order for tryouts. Let's move on to the next one. 6-pack in this war. What a beast. And again, you will see, set up the funnel for your troops. That's not for the Wall Wrecker. Wall Wrecker doesn't need a funnel. It's going to beeline itself straight to the Town Hall. However, you don't want to then put the Wall Wrecker in, have it tanking a bunch of defenses, but your troops starting to walk around the edge of the map. So do get that funnel created. In comes the Wall Wrecker. It's pushing forward. A free spell might have been nice in this case just to allow it to get that little bit further, but it's done its job. It's got us in. It's provided tankage for the single target Inferno so it doesn't take out our heroes, and you're no worse off. You now have your Clan Castle troops in there with the single Inferno down, and just look at the damage they can do. They're getting right into the center of the base. Many thanks to the Wall Wrecker for enabling that. Don't get me wrong, guys. The Battle Blimp can be useful if there's a specific defense on the edge of the base. Perhaps the Eagle Artillery is situated kind of to the edge of one of the bases. You can snipe that off, but in 99.9% of the cases, the Wall Wrecker is going to be your best friend. Again, Hog Riders then come in. We've already taken out that section of the base. We don't have to worry about enemy CC, enemy queen, any of them main things, and we know exactly where the Hog Riders will go. They will circle around the base here nice and easy, pop them heal spells where needed, and job done, basically. Wall Wreckers certainly do wreck bases. Many of you guys will see as well, yesterday we showed you the Hog Wrecker attack strategy using golems in order to help tank for that Wall Wrecker a little bit more as well. Can be very beneficial depending on how far you want to get in or through the base. Basically, if you want to get that a little bit further, use them golems in order to tank. That Wall Wrecker just keeps on going and going and going. It really doesn't stop, guys. It will tear apart bases, mean you don't have to use jump spells. You can save that for the heal spell, or like I said, many times you can actually use the freeze spell now that it's only 1 slot in order to reset the Infernos. So it's not the only strategy that you can use though. Hog Riders is obviously brilliant because the Wall Wrecker can set it up fantastically. Equally with the Lava Loon, the Wall Wrecker sets that that up brilliantly as well. But check this one out, using the brand new troop, the Electro Dragons. As it comes forward, we've basically carved a path through the south of the base so that, again, we can basically control the pathing of our troops. And that's actually very important for the Electro Dragon, because you don't want them splitting up too much. Because they're quite slow, you need to keep them in numbers, you need to keep them rage spells on top of them, so that is going to be helpful. CC troops go down, Queen is going to pop that ability. Ideally you want that Eagle Artillery, but not a necessity. You can still get it done without it, because again, it's not going to do massive amount of damage onto the Electro Dragons, but because you want them together, it does have a chance of hitting a few of them. So if you can, Eagle Artillery, definitely get that down. In they come. Now I want you to focus here on, we've shown you this strategy on the channel, the balloons, what they do for the Electro Dragons, and the rage spells. So as the balloons come forward, their main job is to set off air traps. You do not want a black bomb hitting your Electro Dragons, but also the Electro Dragons will chain through the regular buildings, whereas the balloons, as you know, will just rush on ahead, snipe those defenses. But like I said, because they're ahead, they're actually setting off them black air bombs, protecting them Electro Dragons. Freeze spells nicely used to reset that Inferno. Rage spells, again, just pop them as the Electro Dragons are moving through the base. You will tear apart these kind of old style meta bases where the defenses and the buildings, for that matter, are clumped right together. Look at all of these buildings literally placed together. The Electro Dragons will chain their way right the way through that, and you might very well find that you only have a few Electro Dragons left over, but it can be enough to get the job done. They will smash apart bases. I love to see when they take out all of the buildings within a compartment within one shot. Let me know what you think of the Electro Dragon, but the focus of this video is that siege machine and what it can offer you. The BoWitch. It is amazing with the BoWitch. As you know, previously you would have to use 2, sometimes 3 jump spells to get through a base. No longer, my friends. You can focus the spells onto the bowlers and witches themselves. So in comes the Wall Wrecker, again from the other side of the base. Again, might have been nice to whack a freeze spell onto that single Inferno, but it changes onto the skeletons. If you can keep it occupied, the Wall Wrecker will keep on going. But just look at what it's opened. It's already got us pretty much into the center of the base here. That's all what is necessary. That saved us most certainly on at least 1 jump spell. So at Town Hall 10, this was a strategy that worked prior to the update. Now with the addition of the Wall Wrecker, you really will be wrecking bases. As it comes through, you can focus your spells on the bowlers and witches. Any of you guys that don't know the bowler and witch strategy, again, there's many different variations of it. This one using bowlers and witches on the outside to create that funnel, but more importantly, maintain your main group coming through the middle, focusing forward. So they actually are shooting at defenses. They're not starting to fire out sideways as well. That is not very efficient, and as you get down to the end of it, this is tend to be what you will see. Troops will start to fall, but you will overrun defenses with that Queen ability. As long as you get through the single target Infernos, you should be good to go. And with that Wall Wrecker, you can save your spells, you can use more range, more heal, whatever you need on the base. Remember, don't forget about that freeze spell. It is very valuable to reset the Infernos, even if it doesn't freeze for as long as it used to. Now only being 1 spell slot, you can slot it in nicely, reset that single target Inferno, and it works very well. Let me know what you think of the Wall Wrecker down in the comment section. Plenty more strategy videos to come, but that wraps it up for this one, guys. I've been your host, Judo Sloth, and until next time, peace out.